There is a strange irony going on in Silicon Valley. Sometimes, the people who help build the future are the first ones locked out of it. This brings me to the story of Elon Musk and OpenAI. Elon Musk helped create OpenAI around a mission to make artificial intelligence benefit humanity. But now, the company behind ChatGPT may become one of the most powerful AI businesses on Earth, and Musk is locked out. He does not control it, he does not own it, and after a brutal legal defeat, he may have lost his best chance to take it back. This is not just a story about a lawsuit. This is the story of a man who warned the world about artificial intelligence, helped build the company meant to keep it safe, and then watched it move toward a possible trillion-dollar future without him at the table. So the real question is not, did Elon Musk win or lose in court? The real question is much darker. Did Elon Musk lose OpenAI, or did OpenAI escape him? But there is an even more dangerous question buried underneath this entire story. What happens to a man like Elon Musk when the company he helped build becomes too powerful to buy, too valuable to ignore, and too locked down to re-enter? Because by the end of this video, you will understand why losing OpenAI may not be the end of Musk's AI war. It may be the reason he becomes harder to stop. And if you want more stories like this, the hidden power struggles behind the companies, shaping the modern world, subscribe to the Rivalry record. Before OpenAI became the face of ChatGPT, it was not supposed to be a normal Silicon Valley startup. It was supposed to be a warning system. The idea was simple and almost impossible: build artificial intelligence so powerful that it could change civilization, but make sure it benefited all of humanity. That mission mattered because Musk had been warning for years that artificial intelligence could become one of the most dangerous forces humans had ever created. To him, AI was not just software, it was power, it was leverage, it was a technology that could eventually sit above governments, corporations, and ordinary people. So when OpenAI began, it carried a strange contradiction from day one. It wanted to build the thing it feared, and it wanted to guide the thing no one was sure could be guided. At first, that mission gave OpenAI its identity. But then, reality arrived. Artificial intelligence was not cheap. It was not a garage project. It needed elite researchers, enormous amounts of data, giant clusters of chips, and the kind of computing power only the richest companies on Earth could afford. And this is where the first crack appeared. Because the moment AI became too expensive for idealism, Musk began to lose leverage. OpenAI eventually created a capped profit structure, arguing that the mission still came first, but that building advanced AI required billions of dollars for cloud compute, talent, and supercomputers. On paper, that sounded like a compromise. In practice, it changed the battlefield. OpenAI was no longer just a mission. It was becoming a machine that needed capital. And once capital enters the room, control becomes the real question. Who gets to decide what OpenAI becomes? Who gets to guide the technology? Who gets the final word when the mission and the money start pulling in opposite directions? This is where Elon Musk's story becomes dangerous. OpenAI later claimed that in 2017, Musk wanted a for-profit OpenAI where he would have majority equity, absolute control, and the CEO role. That is OpenAI's claim, not a neutral fact carved into stone. But the claim matters because it reveals the real center of the conflict. This was not just about safety, it was about who would hold the steering wheel. OpenAI said it rejected those terms because giving one person unilateral control over OpenAI and its technology would go against the mission. Think about the irony. The man warning the world about concentrated AI power was, according to OpenAI, asking for concentrated power over the company building it. And whether you believe Musk's side or OpenAI's side, one thing is clear. The alliance was breaking. Musk left the board in 2018, and the timing could not have been more important, because 1 year later, OpenAI set up its for-profit business arm. Then, Microsoft stepped in. In 2019, Microsoft and OpenAI announced a $1 billion partnership around Azure AI supercomputing. This was the moment the power dynamic changed forever, because the future of AI was no longer decided by who feared it the most. It was decided by who could afford to build it. Microsoft brought what Musk no longer controlled inside OpenAI: infrastructure, compute, capital, and global scale. That partnership gave OpenAI the firepower to keep building at a level very few companies could match. And then, in 2023, Microsoft expanded the relationship with a multi-year, multi-billion-dollar investment. By then, OpenAI was no longer just chasing research breakthroughs. It was becoming strategic infrastructure, the kind of company governments watched, investors chased, and competitors feared. And then ChatGPT detonated. The company Musk had left behind was suddenly sitting inside classrooms, boardrooms, government offices, and the phones of ordinary people. OpenAI was no longer trying to shape the future quietly. It had become the interface through which millions of people first touched it. Almost overnight, OpenAI became the company everyone knew. Students used it, workers used it, executives feared it. Governments studied it, competitors chased it. The research lab had become the public face of the AI revolution, and Elon Musk, one of the men who helped open the door, was no longer holding the key. That is the emotional core of this story. Musk did not just watch a company grow. He watched a company he helped create become the center of the biggest technology shift in a generation, without him. And as OpenAI rose, Sam Altman became the face of it. Altman became the operator, the deal maker, the person standing in front of the cameras, while OpenAI became a global power center. Altman did what Musk no longer could inside OpenAI. He kept the machine moving, kept the capital close, and became the face of a company Musk believed had drifted from its original soul. Musk became something else. The outsider, the warning voice. The critic, the man saying the mission had been betrayed. But the deeper question is uncomfortable. Did OpenAI betray its mission, or did Musk only start fighting once he no longer controlled it? That question is what makes this rivalry so powerful. Because both sides have a story that sounds believable. Musk's side says OpenAI began as a mission to build safe AI for humanity, then moved closer to Microsoft, investors, and commercial power. OpenAI's side says Musk left, built a rival with xAI, and then used public pressure, lawsuits, and massive offers to attack a company he no longer controlled. And then came the counterattack. Musk built xAI. He attacked OpenAI publicly. He accused the company of drifting from its original purpose. He pushed the mission question back into the spotlight. But the boldest move came in 2025, when Musk led a $97.4 billion bid for the non-profit that controlled OpenAI. This was not just a business offer. It was Musk trying to force the door back open. But OpenAI rejected the offer and said the company was not for sale. That line matters, not for sale. 3 words that turned the story from a dispute into a power lockout. Musk had helped build the original mission, but the gatekeepers were now telling him he could not buy his way back in. Then came the lawsuit. For Musk, the case was a chance to challenge what OpenAI had become. For OpenAI, it was a threat hanging over its future. The courtroom did not give Musk the ending he needed. In May 2026, a US jury ruled against him, finding that he had brought the case too late. Musk said he would appeal, but the message was brutal. The door he was trying to reopen through the courts had slammed shut, at least for now, and that timing is what makes the defeat feel so sharp, because just as Musk suffered that legal blow, OpenAI was moving toward a possible IPO. Reuters reported that OpenAI had recently been valued at $852 billion, and that a possible offering could value the company at up to around $1 trillion. Not $1 trillion today, but a possible $1 trillion future. That is what makes the loss feel so massive. Musk did not just get pushed out of a startup, he lost influence over a company that may become one of the most valuable AI businesses on Earth. The man who warned that AI could become too powerful no longer controls the company that made AI unavoidable. And now the question from the beginning comes back. What happens to a man like Elon Musk when the company he helped build becomes too powerful to buy, too valuable to ignore, and too locked down to re-enter? The answer is simple. He does not walk away. He builds another weapon, because Musk still has xAI. He has Tesla. He has X. He has SpaceX. He has data, distribution, infrastructure, engineers, capital, and an audience that listens when he attacks. If he could not control OpenAI, he can still try to build the rival empire. That is why losing OpenAI may not be the end of Musk's AI war. It may be the moment that made the war personal. The courtroom was one battlefield. The next battlefield is models, chips, data centers, users, talent, and control over the AI systems that millions of people may depend on. OpenAI may have escaped Musk, but Musk may now be building the company designed to challenge everything OpenAI became. So here is the open file. Musk may have lost OpenAI, but he has not lost the war for AI. And if OpenAI escaped him once, the next question is terrifying. What happens when Elon Musk builds a rival AI empire designed to make sure he is never locked out again? And that is why this story is bigger than OpenAI. Musk may be outside the room now, but the next room may be his. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to the Rivalry Record. Let me know in the comments what the next video should be about.